In the previous video, I talked about ending up root chakra and these videos on root chakra and moving towards Svadhisthana or the sacral. And the last thing before I kinda move on towards sacral chakra and talking about that one, I would like to do one more video on the root where I talk about nature. And a very helpful thing is going into nature. I know it might be a shocker, but just start going out more. Watch the trees. Pay attention to so many things. Pay attention to the colors that are around. Pay attention to the pavement when it rains, how nicely it reflects lights in the city. Pay more attention to the clouds. See all the colors and notice how different and alive things become when you truly pay attention and you don't go out just to go for a run or get somewhere. Just get out of your mind and in that moment watch what is around. Nowhere to be, nowhere to go. Not in a rush or doing it for any reason. Just go and watch. And it's gonna bring many things for you. It's gonna make you more sensitive and it's gonna train the attention the same way or a similar way as if you would sit here and focus in meditation on your breath. But this one creates more sensitivity and you start to notice the aliveness around you. I like to mention my experience in the past because I feel like it makes you not feel so alone on this journey. I don't think it's needed for me to talk about it, but I feel like it creates a lot of connection and it could make you feel less alone, as I said. So I would again like to mention that a big difference was made when I would start working on a little field. Not a big thing, just like in a garden. And we would have tomatoes and like peppers and just any kind of fruit or vegetable plant. And I would take care of them. I would water them every day. The best thing would be to walk barefoot through the grass, up to the field, then on the dirt, water them, bow before them, give them gratitude, and then sit between the plants and meditate. It might not be possible now in these months, but definitely it could be something that would be very nice to do when it's gonna be a little warmer or now that spring is coming up. I suggest even if you live in an apartment or you cannot really go out or something, just be a little spontaneous. Run into the store, get some seeds of same as me, tomatoes or peppers or anything you would like. Just a plant that you would take care of and would make you dig in the dirt a little bit here and there, you know, and pay attention to it. See it as something that is very much alive and it has its own life and it experiences life the same way as you do. All of these trees and plants and everything experiences this life. So I suggest having a plant. Take care of it, then you can sit next to it or sit with it. Look at it, observe it. You might think nothing is happening, it's just a plant, it's just sitting there. But maybe it's gonna be your entrance into stillness. Same thing if you go into the forest. You can sit by a tree, pay attention to the tree, and let it teach you stillness. You can do a little practice where you look at a tree or a plant and notice that there is one thing happening. There is not you breathing and then the tree breathing or the plant. Notice that when you inhale, you're inhaling what they're exhaling. When you are exhaling, they're inhaling that. It is not separate. It's the same way as if a bee and a flower are working together. There is not a bee that can be without a flower, and there is not a flower without a bee. They are one thing happening. They appear to be separate, but they can be very much taken as one happening. Same way, you appear to be separate from things around you, but you are just a one thing happening. So that's a nice practice. And then when your plant that you take care of, or if you have a field or a garden, when it bears fruit, you will not take it the same way as if you buy it. Just, okay, I buy tomatoes, we're gonna cook with it, blah blah blah. There's gonna be something different about it. You're gonna be more sensitive to it. The best thing after some time would be to meditate, water the plants again, but then bow before it. In gratitude, pluck the vegetables or the fruit, sit back down and eat it. There is so much difference in it. It makes you so sensitive to it, in so much gratitude. You've been taking care of this thing for so long. And then it gives back, and you feel connected. You feel love in some way. Maybe not fully as you would want to or expect to, but there is something different there. And I want you to pay attention to it when it happens. So it's a good practice. And I did it without thinking about it, or just unconsciously I was doing it. But then I noticed a difference. So I think it's good. Try it. If you're in the colder areas, when it gets warmer, start wearing no socks or shoes. Start going barefoot. Lay in the grass more. Connect yourself with the earth. Just go out to lay in the grass, somewhere in the park, or in the forest, anywhere you'd like. Just lie on your back and look at the trees and look at the clouds and pay attention to them. Don't do it just like mechanically. Okay, I'm gonna sit here, I'm gonna lie down here. Okay, when is it gonna happen? Okay, I'm waiting, nothing is happening. Okay, I need to pay, oh, look at that cloud. I need to pay attention to the cloud. Okay, I'm not feeling anything. It's not working. I'm not enlightened yet. Nothing is changing. My chakra is not opening. Why is it? It's not gonna work like that. Just drop your nonsense and lie there. It's very nice. It's very refreshing, and it gives you a lot of energy back. And it helps you if you are on the level of Muladhara and trying to really connect with the earth. It's very nice. And even if you're not, then it's still nice. It's a beautiful thing that you can go and lie there and listen to the birds. It's way better than reels and shorts on YouTube. So yeah, it's way better than listening to me here. So that was just the last thing I would like to say about Muladhara, and that is that a very huge part of it, or a very huge help, could be connecting with nature more. At any point, not just with Muladhara, but going out and really being in the connectedness. And seeing those things around you, try to see what else is happening as one thing that appears to be separate. Like you breathing seems to be like, you never pay attention to it. Pay attention to that and see that it cannot happen without the other trees, the plants. Same as when I said about the bees. The bees cannot happen without the flowers. They appear as two entities, but they're one happening. Try and see what else you can find. Pay attention. Last thing that came up is that I could do a guided meditation with you. If you are a more visual or imagination person when you do your meditations, then it could be nice for you. But after considering it for a little bit, I think I'll do a separate video for that. So one more and then moving on to sacral. That's all I wanted to say. I hope you have a nice day. I love you. And bye bye.